Hi everyone, my name is Olivia and welcome to the first episode of PreMeducation. Today, I figured as a way to introduce myself and a way for me to get to know you all, I would bring you along for the day in the life of a pre-med student. So, a little bit about me. I'm a senior at the University of Rochester in New York State. I am majoring in neuroscience and minoring in American Sign Language, so in a semester from now, I'll be graduating with my bachelor's degree. But all the while, I've been applying to medical school. So I'm a current applicant right now. I've successfully exited the broke phase of the application cycle. Right now, I'm all in the midst of virtual interviews, which I'm so fortunate to have. I'm also fortunate to have received my first medical school acceptance just a couple of weeks ago. So I guess I'm not a pre-med anymore. I'm a incoming MS1. But nonetheless, I'm still waiting to hear back from a couple of other schools. But it's definitely nice to know that the question is no longer if I'll be a doctor, it's just a question of where. So that's really comforting. So on the agenda for today, I have a couple of things I need to get done. The first of which being getting a couple of tasks done for my clinical research job. So I've been working there for almost 4 years. They took me in when I was a freshman, and I worked my way up, and I'm on a couple of different projects now. So today, tasks include editing a manuscript that will hopefully be going to publication soon. I will also be checking up on the status of a literature review that I'm working on. And I have to get in contact with a couple of different patients for an interview study that I'm working on. After those things are done, I do need to finish up the rest of my Christmas shopping. My mom and I will probably take a trip to one of the bigger malls in our area and finish up the last minute shopping that we need to do for next week. And after that, I definitely need to take my dog on a long walk today. He's been pent up in the house for a little bit, so we'll get him outside, get him his legs stretched, probably go to the baseball field on my college campus. It's not really allowed to bring dogs there, but all the students are gone anyways, so it'll be nice for him to stretch out and get some running in, and then to wrap up the day, I'll probably come home, neaten up my bedroom a little bit, and watch a movie. You did catch me just after classes ended, so I would have likely included some schoolwork in there, but today, whatever schoolwork I would have been doing just got replaced by more work. So in my clinical research job, I work part-time there, and so I gotta make sure I'm getting those hours in, because I do have rent to pay. Come along. Bear decided he was ready for a walk a little quicker than expected, so here we are going for a walk in my neighborhood. He's very excited. He hasn't been around here too often. He's still getting used to all the new things and places and the many dogs in the area, so he's very happy. But we're getting this nice long walk out. We're going for a big walk around the neighborhood, and then we'll be able to go back home and get back to work. So we are back from the walk. We took a nice walk around the new little village that my boyfriend and I moved into. There is Bear right there. You'll be seeing a lot of him. He was very confused about the sounds when the camera turned on, but he'll probably be staring for a while or go to sleep, one of the two. So now that the walk is done, he's tuckered out. It's time for me to get to work on my clinical research job. I'm happy to elaborate more on that in future videos. I'm sure I'll be talking about it a ton because it's what I do just about every day. Considering today's a Saturday, I'm not supposed to clock in, but you can't keep a patient waiting, so I'll do what I have to do there. Specifically, we're working on a couple of different projects. Today's activities are going to be emailing back a couple of patients to schedule them for their interview as part of a study I'm in, and then I'll be looking over the edits that my PI sent me for a manuscript that I'm working on, and then I will also be double checking with the librarian that works at the university here to make sure that she has all the materials she needs to give me a bunch of articles that I'll then have to read to do a literature review that myself and another graduate of my college are working on. All right, so my usual process for getting started here is to make one big list of all the things that I need to get done. So you'll see me here just flipping through, opening up to today's date. I usually start at the top with that. Then to keep me excited about what I'm doing, I use a lot of color-coded pens and pencils. So there are my favorite Muji pens there. Today's color is blue. So double checking the date because I can never remember what day it is. And then going forward, to write down the date, I have 2 separate journals, one for my work tasks and then another one for personal things that I also need to get done that day. So first things first, writing down all the things for work. Like I mentioned earlier, that includes getting done some patient contacts, getting scheduled interviews and things like that. I also needed to get done some check-ins with a librarian about a literature review and then check up on some edits from a PI so that we can hopefully get our manuscript ready for publication. So that's what I'm doing right now, finishing up that list. My prep time is usually longer than most. I feel like I like to have everything laid out prior to getting things started. That way I don't forget anything as I'm going. There's me thinking extra hard and double checking that some of the things on my list can even get done today. That might depend on someone else's work and whether or not they have it done. So I just double checked there, but I'm going through and making the rest of my list. And now that the work list is done, you can see me here switching up the color for my personal to-do list. Just doing my best to keep it exciting. So we're going to fast forward through the rest of my prep time here and get right to work. So here I am in the thick of it. The study that I'm working on, in which I'm scheduling interviews, is all with deaf patients. So I'm not really calling them on the phone, and it's hard always to catch them at a time when they're available for a whole conversation about the study and scheduling interviews via a VP or a video phone. So I'm using mostly email. All of the patients are getting in contact with me through email, and I'm just getting back to them to say, okay, great, thanks for being interested in the study. Here is your interview time. Can you check the information sheet and let me know if you have any questions? And that's how we're sort of going through the process for this study. My role has been largely to create the information video for the study. So I had to sign the entire video. And then I also help with a lot of the logistics of the study, not only restricted to contacting patients and making sure they get scheduled, but I answer any of the questions that they might have. I work closely with the PI of this study to make sure she has all the materials that she has. I double check on a lot of the tech, and I make sure that everyone gets their gift card at the end of the study and that everyone feels well taken care of. So the interviews have been going on for quite some time now. We're hopefully going to get 25 of them. We've conducted about half of them so far, which is great for us. So I'm really have to step up in the next couple of weeks here to make sure that all of the advertisements go out well. We're getting in contact with the right people who can help spread the news about the study, and we can get the rest of those interviews taken care of. So I'm going to check on Bear here really quick. You can see he is still very much knocked out from the walk we went on earlier, which makes my job a little bit easier. I won't have to keep him occupied. He can take a nice nap while I work. So right now I'm emailing that librarian I mentioned earlier just to make sure she knows what type of literature I'm looking for the study, and to make sure that she is aware I'm happy to meet with her if necessary, just to make sure everything comes across well. The graduate student who is working on the project with me, she and I are meeting with our PI or supervisor, if you will, for this study in early January. So we want to make sure we have everything ready for that meeting and that make sure everything is moving smoothly there. And after quickly charging my laptop because it was dying, you can see here that I snuck in a snack. I'm not the best at remembering to eat throughout the day while I'm working, so my boyfriend left me some Skittles earlier, so I'm snacking on those really quick just to give me a little extra energy boost to get through the rest of this work session. Fast forward a little bit, and we've finally made it to the stage where I'm checking things off of my to-do list. Right now I'm actually making a note that the manuscript I needed to edit, I need separate access to, so I have to go to my office and get access to the VPN through there to read it. So I checked off my work list, peeking at my personal to-do list really quick, and double checking a couple of things on my computer to make sure those things are taken care of. And we're almost done. All of my work is finished now. I got up, changed my clothes, and got ready to go shopping with my mom. She's gonna be picking me up here any minute now, and we're gonna go finish up the rest of our Christmas shopping. And while I can't bring you in shopping with me, I'll show you a little bit of the drive so you can see what I'm up to, and I will catch you guys when I get back. Here we are, zooming through some not so busy Rochester streets today. It's a Saturday, so the mall was a little busy, more busy than we expected, but we made a couple of different stops and stocked up on our Christmas gifts. And we are back. Christmas shopping went well. We got all the things that we needed to. All of our family members will be taken care of for the holidays, and I'm ready to sit back and relax. It's been so much fun bringing you guys along with me. I've had a really great time, and I'm excited to tell you more about what I do in terms of clinical research, outside of the classroom, in the classroom, and my journey to medical school. And not only that, once I've committed to someplace and have started, I'm excited to bring you along that path with me. We can discover all the new and exciting things that Zoom University brings to medical school together, and I'm looking forward to it. So thank you for following, and I'll see you next time.